So $8 trillion is traded daily in the forex market, and the numbers are expected to rise to 10 trillion by 2030. The question is, are you a part of this? People are making money out there. People with no formal degrees whatsoever. I am a high school dropout, no formal degree, but I'm able to generate results such as these, and these. Which is why in this video, I've put down a step-by-step blueprint for you to tap into this market before the opportunity passes you by. So let's get through in the lesson. Let's go. So firstly, let's start with the peace of mind part. In any business model, this is a top priority because if a person is going to be making financial decisions, they need to have a very strong peace of mind part to avoid making hasty or desperate decisions. So how did I do that? I was able to make sure that I save a lot of money, then put only 30% in my trading account and the remaining 70% in my savings to fund my life. This way I can be able to make money in forex trading by being very patient and waiting for A+ trades, even if they take days, weeks or months to show. For instance, if I had $10,000, I would put only $33,000 in my trading account and $7,000 to fund my life in my savings account. So the problem only comes when a person is too desperate to make it, that they make it harder for them to make it. So this is a principle that covers many aspects in life. Example, the more you show a girl you like her, the more she don't want you. Let's say you go in an interview, the more you show your boss that you want the job, the more the boss is not going to want to give you the job because you're showing that you're incompetent for the job. You don't have the necessary skills, because if you had the necessary skills for that particular job, then you wouldn't be too desperate to get the job, right? You would get it anywhere else. So let's go, guys. Having another source of income, right? So this just helps to detach from your trading account a little bit because growth takes time to notice, while failure is very bold and clear to notice, right? So when you're winning, you don't even feel you're winning. So which is why you need something else to do that isn't very far from trading. Definitely not a waiter, maybe programming, maybe SMM, maybe freelancing, maybe even having a second trading account where you just do crazy account flips like I do so that I can just show on my YouTube, right? So because I know trading is ugly slow, especially on a daily basis. I can go for 2 weeks without seeing any opportunity in the market, which can just kill the motivation. So you need to find something to do, right? And definitely not a waiter, right? You're very far from your laptop, but maybe if you can do swing trading where you wait for opportunities on a monthly basis, or maybe those 9 to 5s where you really have to be at your job, you can just consider swing trading where you only analyze once in the evening or in the morning, right? So good capital, right? If a person is going to trade forex full time, they need to cover all their monthly expenses with 5% of their trading account. This just helps to keep your mindset in abundance, which is a profitable dynamic to approach things from where you don't care what happens in your account and not taking losses to heart and overall follow your rules, right? So you need at least to reduce your monthly expenses, or you need to work and save more, or just increase your sources of income so you don't depend on trading only, right? So am I saying trading can fund your lifestyle or it can't make you a million? Of course it can make you 10 million, it can make you 20 million. This is a 80 trillion daily trading market. You need 21,918 years for you to spend a million daily from 8 trillion. So but not now, and now is also important. Being present in every moment you are living life, other than always stressing about making a lot of money, which at the end of the day is vanity, right? So as I said, money in trading comes to those who don't seem like they care about it, which is why you need good capital, right? Let's go the next, which is risk management. In forex trading, you can win 50% of the time. You can even win 99.999% of the time if you do something known as insider trading. It's basically when you sloop in a boardroom and you hear Elon Musk saying, fuck it, fuck Tesla, I quit, and you go sell every Tesla shares and you make $1 billion from one trade like George Soros, right? So cool, right? All you have to do is just snoop in a little boardroom meeting and boom, you're a billionaire. Nope, not cool. You can ask Martha Stewart, who gave herself a little reset in jail. So in forex, even if you do this crime, there is still a possibility of you getting wiped out because Elon Musk might change his mind, or the public might be thinking, oh, sounds cool for Tesla because Musk is dumb, and the market goes all the way up, you see. So basically, hence risk management is the most crucial and important aspect of all trades, because not every aspect of every trade is always in your hands. You don't know that there is a flood that just hit Nepal. Wait, a flood just hit Nepal. That not every information is going to be in your hands. You do not know everything, right, about the market. You do not know every outcome. No one knows the future. No one knows what's happening in Nepal. No one knows what's happening in a country called Zimbabwe, right? Basically, you don't really know everything in trading. Hence, you are not always right. You are not always certain. Hence, risk management should be your number one top priority, right? So, hence, we only advise or we only risk here at FX Plug, we only risk 3 to 5% on every trade. If you really want to win long term, quick come, quick go, never ever over risk. Right. So let's go to the next lesson, which is your trading system. So you need to develop a good trading system and good strategy, right? A good system is basically where you structure your things in such a way that you remove mental clutter, right, in your mind, in your brain. This can be activities such as meditating, exercising, journaling, or maybe even cleaning up, or you know reading, right? So those are self-help habits that can make sure that you clear your mental state, so that when you get on the screens, you're basically just there, right? You are there, your mind is not elsewhere, right? So this can be scheduled according to your specific preference and available time during the day. So if you work a 9 to 5 or go to school, swing trading would be ideal, as I mentioned before. So, but just be mindful of your environment, friends, and make sure you at least meditate or go for a run after school, or a work or a bed days to make you stable and grounded. However, this I can't tell you more, and I think you got this, man. You got this. You got this. Really, you got. Let's go the next step: a strong foundation. Right? So most people see trading as if you just win today, tomorrow, and next month, then you're instantly a winner. The market only has two directions, hence it's quite for you to pull off like a winning streak, bro. Yeah, so but awareness is the real deal if you want to continue pulling those home runs, right? So how do you develop this kind of awareness? That's very simple. By studying, practicing, refining, and showing up. Right. So reading trading books like Tato Trader, Baby Pips, especially when you're still a beginner. Right. So you need a strong foundation of knowledge and practice, so that when things change, you don't be one of those old men who believe in off yesterday's reputations. So make sure that you are the person who is worthy of the money that they make, right? So by being very, very aware and having a very, very strong foundation of your career, which is trading. So I seriously despise the buying of robots or automated EAs, because I'm looking for forex plugs who want to dominate the markets and know exactly what they are doing, not some guy who's just looking for a quick buck. No, no. Although the money is very, very important, everybody needs money. Don't be looking for a quick buck, because if anything happens, like, you're not in control, right? So make sure that you try to put yourself in a position where you at least have a certain percentage of control, right? Of course, there are many factors that are not in your control, but your skills, being able to adapt, those things are in your control. And if you can't do that just because you used an EA to get rich, I'm not saying those things you make you get rich. Most of them are scams, but I'm just saying, like, take it from me, like, you need to really have a strong foundation, like. So read, practice, show up, refine, repeat. Let's go. Right. So less is more, right? So trading is a very, very long term thing, right? You need to know a lot about a little and not a little about a lot, right? So there are so many things which influence the markets, and trying to cram everything would be like turning into Cyclopip. Cyclopip, get him? He died of a cyclone because he was trying to read pips, And so you need to master one strategy, not four, not five, not one, not two. Wait, one. Yes. One. You need to master one strategy. One strategy. So most people think a wider trading approach or many strategies will inevitably produce more money, but that could be further from the truth. A wider trading approach produces more work, more stress, more losses, because human beings are not really good at multitasking. It just ruins, because at the end of the day, a scattered approach is equal to scattered results. Plus, at the end of the day, trading is also about freedom, right? So I knew two guys. The first one had six computers in his room, and he was always trying to read every news report. He was always trying to do things, trying to get every bit of piece of information. But at the end of the day, he didn't make no money. And I knew a second guy who only had one screen in his PC, just followed a simple strategy, and he made more money. So let's get straight back to the lesson, right? So trading strategy, right? In the market, you can't just buy because you know what I want to buy. Like you can just do what you want to do, but you can't just do what you want to do. Just think of a life with no rules, right? You need a trading system that eliminates every single breath of unnecessary losses and leaves you with pure results, right? So you need to develop your own trading cues, entry criteria, exit criteria, pairs to trade, when to trade, what you do during the trade, what you do after a trade, what you look out for, what are your entry and exit confirmations, right? So now these obviously do not come from what you want. I like you can they just don't come like, maybe I want this criteria, I want that. No, it just doesn't work that way. It comes from you experimenting what works and what doesn't, and then coming up with the trading strategy that fucking works, right? So, I know a couple of people who read a book today, maybe it's from Warren Buffett or Jesse Livermore, and they are told about, breakout risk test strategy, SMC or whatever, right? Or they watch a YouTube video and they say, yeah, Rika, tomorrow, kids, I'm gonna be sitting on a yacht, chilling with Elon Musk, and smoking a cigar. It just doesn't work that way. If you are one of those guys, very sorry, because maybe Ray Dalio will be honest enough to tell you about his trading strategy openly, well, because it's simply not the one he's using anymore, right? No sensible, profitable trader will be dumb enough to tell you their strategy just like that, because maybe you are you, and your bills need to get paid. No profitable trader will be dumb enough to tell you their strategy. Why? Because it's either he's giving you a strategy or he's just simply lying to you, because they know how much fucking time these things need to develop and how valuable they are. Sharing a trading strategy is like telling a competitor your secrets, your business secrets, right? So that's just basically like, and the more a strategy is known by the general public, the less effective it works, because the big banks are also always trying to, compete with these guys, take your money. That's what they're trying to do. Like, take time to develop, which is why no sensible, profitable trader is just going to tell you like, oh, you want a strategy? I have this strategy. Get this strategy. That nothing like that is going to happen. So basically, you have to develop your own strategy. It's gonna take you a lot of time and a lot of dedication, because it's very valuable. Nothing that is valuable is just going to come at the palm of your hands, like food dropping from a sea, and be like, oh man, get this, I wanted to give this strategy. No, right? So, but to anyone who will be interested in getting a trading strategy that works, that can be able to produce results such as this and this, guys, you can get my contacts in the description below. It's not cheap, but it's worth it, right? So let's go with the lesson. Your broker, your money, your life, right? So if you really want to trade forex full time, you need a great broker, right? A broker that allows you to withdraw a million and still not say, well, our server is down, so you can't withdraw today or anything like that. Because so you need a broker you can find if anything happens to your money, and you can be like, hey guys, what's up? I can't see my money in my account, and they tell you, well, you blew your account. You'll be like, well, I know. You just need a broker that is easily accessible, and that you can rely on. So basically, I would recommend any broker between Xness and Deriv. Xness is very safe and secure, while Deriv offers you an additional trading instrument that you can even trade on weekends. Right? How cool is that? You can get rich faster, and you can also know whether what you're doing is working 48 hours faster than average Joe trading on a shit broker. Right? So I've left the link to Deriv in my description below for your convenience. Thank you guys for reaching this. Find this video, and I really really love you guys. Make sure you smash that like button and also subscribe to this channel, guys. Those who want to get my strategy, you can get my contacts in the description below. Let's go.